Once there was a man named Harry. Harry was always quite merry. However, Harry did not have one mind. He had one of holy thought that were only kind. Another that made Harry a woman of sorts, one that when cackled had an occasional snort, and one that was never spoken of. This one would prey on the people in love. For this was Harry's curse, quite tragic, the life of a man who would seek cure from medicine or magic. While Harry was humble and honest, the mind of a woman would go spreading rumors and being dishonest. The mind of a holy man led his church as a pastor. The one of evil was the one in control. To the others was their master. The people of Harry's town always thought he was being a jester or a clown. It is until they saw the man, the only one that people could want to ban. For the mind of evil would go out on a wedding night and sneak into the house of the newlywed after there was no light. He would slit the man's throat, shedding so much blood the wife could make a coat. As each murder came with bloodstains anew, the man's desire to challenge himself grew. One night in the High King's court there was a knight who was very short. Despite his size, he was a war hero. He was seen as a superhero. Through the Crusades, as the knight fought, he finally found something he sought. A woman kidnapped who was so beautiful, her love was absolutely bountiful. When he returned, they were to be wed. Unknown to the woman, she would find her knight in shining armor to be dead. The night of the wedding, the wife left for her chamber, unknown to her of the knight's true danger. Though they enjoyed the wedding night, after the night she would need new bedding. When all was quiet, the man snuck in to kill the knight and seize his win. The wife arose and started to scream and pray to her lord that it was only a dream. She saw a man with a knife soaked in blood. The man knocked her out with a loud thud. The wife arose, surrounded by guards. She turned to a man in her bed who was charred. That was her true love of true. Her husband had died. The guards looked at her with questioning eyes. Outside the window, hanging for dear life, was simple old Harry, overwhelmed with empathy for the wife. So Harry, in that spot, decided he would not let the wife rot. But the mind of evil had other plans, and planned to do it with Harry's own hands. The wife was jailed on thought of murder, while Harry knew it was not her. He thought of ways he could help make her free, but he thought the way could never be. So he slept with mind calm. When he was awoken by an arm, it was his own. The mind of woman had finally shone. For she would always save the wife. She would have to give up her own life. She would seduce the jailer, for it was the only way to save her. He put on his finest dress, for it adorned his family crest. He marched to the jail, thinking her plan would not fail. On first sight, the jailer smiled, recognizing Harry. As the conversations continued, he thought he was crazy. The jailer had vomit when it came to such a topic. He was friends with Harry, but thought of it was scary. The mind of a woman grew scared, the mind of an evil growing stronger due to the experience they shared. Rage overtook Harry's body, knowing the jailed would soon be disembodied. The mind of evil came back, and with a quick smack the jailer was out cold, and the mind of feeling, oh so quite bold, sliced the man into 3 parts, his head, his leg, and his heart. They opened the cage to the wife. She asked, "How do you live your life? You murder the innocent and destroy their bodies, and then attend grand events and such parties." To which he looked at her. Silently he walked around, making a small purr. Her body tensed and tried to walk to the fence, and the mind of evil waved. As the mind of evil waved, she turned to thank him for the save. She gasped at this something she had forgot. The knife he had carried and held against the jailer did not. The same crucial part that the mind did not have. She felt the knife in her heart as she fell off the fence and into a cart. The mind looked down and smiled, for he hadn't had so much fun in a long while. As he returned, the mind of Harry came back. Harry cried as if he had been attacked. He knew he had done no wrong. It was out of his hands from what he had drawn. He decided enough was enough. He had to be tough. He took the knife that he used to kill the knight, jailer, and wife and abused. He plunged it high above his head and plunged it deep until he was dead. Now the man of war was gone, the man who prayed he did no wrong. The mind of evil had passed with the mind of woman and holy gone. And the town grew quiet. After the severe death bite, they had many loved ones and many evil done.